of Leicester City versus Man United FA Cup quarterfinal. Um, we're going to check out the lineup first. A few of my friends will be joining me soon, hopefully. Um, let's quickly take a look at the lineup. Um, in case of United, Marshall starts up top. Van der Beek gets a nod. Van der Beek, Pogba, Matic, and Fred. So might be an interesting arrangement, I would say. I'm not sure exactly how we'll set up with and without the ball. But Mason Greenwood also starts. So maybe it might be a narrow 4-4-2 or um, a 4-2-3-1 of sorts, where Fred and Matic anchor and Pogba plays in that number 10 and Donny van de Beek plays on the left. Backline is comprised of Tellers, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Van Bissaka, and Dean Henderson retains his place. I'm not sure if De Gea was available for this game. Yeah, he is. Checking out the substitutes bench. On the bench, we do have Cavani, Amad Diallo. I know some of the fans were keen on seeing Diallo start this game. He doesn't. Bruno is on the bench as well. The good thing is he gets the rest. I'm hoping we don't have to bring in Bruno just to win this game. He has been tired. And with Pogba coming back, I think that load can be distributed to some extent. Daniel James, our informed player, has featured for us regularly, so he's on the bench as well. McTominay, Luke Shaw, Tuanzebe, Brandon Williams, and as I mentioned, David De Gea. Taking a look at Leicester's squad, um, Schmeichel, Soyuncu, Johnny Evans, Fofana. They are starting with three at the back. I would say technically five with Castagna and Albrighton. I think Castagna will play on the left. Albrighton will play on the right. But they would be the attacking wing backs. Yuri Tillemans, NDD, Ayoze Perez in sort of a number 10 or a floating role, Kelechi Iheanacho, and Jamie Vardy up front. On the bench, they have Dennis Pratt, Hamza Chowdhury, Mendy, um, Thagalo Leshebela. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name. I apologize for that. Um, and then Daly Campbell, Wante Daly Campbell, Christian Fuchs, Amarte, Luke Thomas, and Danny Ward. Looks like they don't have a whole lot of firepower on the bench compared to what we have at our disposal. Diallo, James, Cavani, Bruno, some really good options off the bench. I see for them, Harvey Barnes, Madison has been injured. Ricardo Pereira, who had just come back, seems like has been injured again, hamstring injury. So I think just looking at the lineup, with the options that we have on the bench and the people starting for us, we should be going in strong and with a lot of confidence. Let's see how this pans out. I'd like to see um, the comments if you guys have any um, about this game. What are your thoughts? As for today, it looks like I've seen Chelsea have already won 2-0 against Sheffield United. And if you check out the other quarterfinalist, um, I'm just quickly going to take a look. 10 February, March. Okay. And Chelsea. Okay. Who else did they? Yep. Yesterday, okay. Bournemouth and Southampton played, and Southampton won 3-0. So they are into the semis. City beat Leicester late. I think they brought in De Bruyne later and Gundogan as well, and they scored like late two goals, 84 minutes and 85 minutes or something like that. So City and Southampton are through, Chelsea are through, and hopefully Manchester United will be through as well. Um, The good thing about this lineup today is Solskjaer has rotated the squad. Pogba, who had just come back, he starts, so he will be fresh. I hope he has recovered fully. We did see him against the game in against AC Milan, and he did well. I think his substitution was a turning point because until then, what I'm seeing and hearing, there wasn't a whole lot that was being offered creatively. Similarly, McTominay gets the rest. Shaw gets the rest, who has been playing practically every game for us. So yeah, Van de Beek. I'm really excited to see Van de Beek again. it. I'm not sure how will he do based on some of the games I've seen, but I really hope he can work for us. I think there should have been some thought process in signing Van de Beek in the first place. We signed him for I would say, a bargain deal in a way, like what 40 mil, 35, 40 million. He's a young player. If he can settle in the squad, he can serve us for quite some time. Hey, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, I'm trying to find streaming link for FA Cup. मेरे पास FA Cup का नहीं है. तेरे पास है क्या कुछ?
DSN. Um,
क्या वेबसाइट से जा सकते हैं क्या उस पे?
हाँ, I think so.
ये भेज सकता है तो भेज, नहीं तो मैं ढूंढता हूँ. I'll try to
हमको
find
लाइव है
something.
क्या?
Yeah, doesn't matter. कौन देख रहा है? And we are not. इस पे मत डालो obviously अगर डाल रहे हो तो. By the way, had you heard about Coop Miners at Alkmaar, central
No,
midfielder?
no.
No, I had heard about him last summer window, and मैं थोड़ा उसको follow कर रहा था. So I did a watch along sort of early today, another one, where I checked out Alkmaar versus PSV Eindhoven, like 60 minutes something, not the entire 90 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I was looking at him from a CDM standpoint, and yeah, he didn't really play in that CDM role.
Hmm.
और मतलब जो मैं देख रहा था कि इंटरसेप्शंस करेगा एंड like shielding the back line, that wasn't the case. But coincidentally, PSE had Ibrahim Sangare. I don't know if that name brings you any memories, but Ibrahim Sangare was playing in the uh, Liga, French league for
Okay.
Toulouse, and I think he was listed by Tifo as well as a potential CDM United should buy
Hmm.
back in the day. He played well, even though PSV lost 2-0. I could see like he's tall, big, he shielded the back line, he made interceptions and stuff. It would be good to see like more of him to
Hmm.
scout further. But anyways, uh,
So I sent you an email with a link.
okay. Oh, ये तूने WhatsApp किया था क्या मुझे earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check.
You'll have to put Canada VPN.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Let me come back. I'll set up my TV and everything here. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Hey, Saul is here. Hey, Saul.
How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How about you?
And good, good.
Greyface. Incredible turnaround this from Arsenal.
Arsenal just equalised, man.
Different side in the second half to the first 45 minutes. So many blue shirts forward into a wide area. Pepe with a brilliant cross on his right foot.
Yeah. What, Arsenal? Oh, I'm seeing they're 3-3 at the moment. Craig Dawson.
Oh, okay.
I saw earlier they were losing. So
Two own goals. West Ham scored 2 own goals.
yeah, Suchek and Craig Dawson. But yeah, talking about the FA Cup lineup, did you guys check it out? I know, Saurabh, you're dropping off for a bit or setting up
Yeah,
things.
I'll be back in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Saul, do you check the lineup?
My Arsenal fans are calling me. You're on mute.
I'm saying they haven't won yet. Right?
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna win this and all that. I just hope they don't lose. That's going to be such a bad banter.
Did you check out the lineup?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, very risky. I mean, it's very unlike Solskjaer, like getting so many players, including Tony. So I don't know.
Right.
I'm pretty sure after halftime, a lot of, I mean, Tony is definitely not playing 90 minutes for sure. At some point, he's going to get subbed off, and not too happy about Matic. But I get it that McTominay needs a break because I think he's playing every game. But yeah, देखते हैं मतलब Alex Tellez again with the whole defensive like mindset that we have, he doesn't go forward a lot. So वहाँ पे भी like a little iffy. And plus we have Martial, I guess. So I don't know, man. Is Cavani on the bench?
Cavani is on the bench, and yeah, we do have a lot of options off the bench compared to Leicester. Leicester don't have any attackers as such. We do have Amad Diallo, James, Cavani, Bruno on the bench, and yeah, they don't have any attackers at all. Like, I'm only seeing midfielders and defenders.
Uh-huh.
So let's see. I'm curious what kind of formation we will have with Pogba, Van de Beek, Matic, and Fred. With like
Same thing. It's the same. They just subbed off for Fernandez at number 10 and playing with double pivot. Pogba is going to be on left wing. That's that's his new spot in Manchester. He plays.
Man, where are you watching the FA Cup games in Canada?
So there's no FA Cup game, right? On your list?
on DAZ and it's not there.
Yeah, so I have a VPN. I log into DAZN Germany and I listen to German commentary and watch FA Cup.
I did that today, Dutch commentary today, and actually a few Dutch people actually chatted with me during that stream.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to find the stream. I just figured out that DAZN doesn't have it.
Siri
Oh,
here.
you got.
Let me know if I can help.
To get the cat out. Cat loves to walk. Huh?
What's her name? Or what's his name?
His name is Oliver. Oliver. Say hi.
Hi, Oliver.
My name is Oliver.
Hello.
I am a Manchester United fan and I hate Arsenal.
Yeah. We were just talking about the lineup, sort of when you were gone. So Van der Beek, Fred, Matic, Pogba are starting. And we have a lot of firepower on the bench, but don't know how it will pan out.
How will the live stream happen? Like, will we be able to see the match on this panel, or do we have to do it separately?
No. Do it on your. So we will watch on another screen, and we'll basically react to it. So that's how we did it last couple of times. And we just like muted it so that there's there's any background noise.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to watch this game. I have Sony Live. I don't know if in India Sony Live works. But it's been a long time since we connected. How has it been on your end?
It's been okay, man. Like, pretty slow thanks to Corona. But then, yeah, I mean, I think Manchester United wise, as always, there's been ups and downs. But I guess finishing second, being in Europa quarterfinal and today like FA quarterfinal, in a way that's like it's an overachievement. Definitely based on how we started the season. So I guess, in some ways. And there are rumors that he's definitely getting the contract renewals. So I'm just guessing, like, overall, it's I guess it's okay
Hmm.
because we don't even have a replacement. I mean, Pochettino is gone. I mean, who's going to be the new manager, right? So yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I've not even been thinking about the manager as such. In, but yeah, are you like? Do you at this moment are you feeling that we need to upgrade down the line?
I don't think getting a new manager would be an upgrade based on how much money we spend on transfers, anyways. But
Right.
I don't think you can win the cup with Scott McTominay and Fred like being in the midfield for majority of the matches. You can't. I mean, they're horrible. I mean, they're not horrible. They're good at protecting the defense. Like, so what Solskjaer is doing is they're making sure that we don't concede goals, and through that they are trying to nick like one or two goals. That's how we've been winning throughout the season, like with one goal. So many matches we've won like that, right? And we've drew so many as well, which just goes to show, like, from an attacking point of view, we're not doing so well. And I think being a number 9 in a Manchester United shirt is like, some people call it the graveyard shift, because you don't get the supplies, like, you be it Cavani, be it Martial, be it Greenwood, be it Haaland. If we sign Haaland, you don't know about the rumors, right? So it's going to be yeah, it's terrible from that point of view, and everything originates from those two on the in the midfield, because just sideways passing, they don't push the ball forward enough. So that's where the problem is.
Yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of time to actually talk about the director of football and technical director appointments last time because yeah, the game was about to start. But what are your thoughts? I know we got few minutes, but
I
what
think
are your thoughts about that?
so. I'm not sure about Darren Fletcher's credibility as technical director. I don't know what that is. He's always going to be like one of my favorite players in United. So happy that he's there doing something. But then from a structural point of view, I don't know. I mean, I think it's just restructuring in a way just to, show the fans that we've done something. But at the same point, they just got someone who was, in the club, and they restructured them in a position. I'm not sure how much control they're going to have in terms of transfers and things like that, because Ed Woodward is still boss. So from
Right,
that point of view, the chain of command might be pretty much the same.
right. That was never going to change, right? Anyone,
Yeah,
even if you got the best football director, Ed Woodward was going to be at the helm. He was not going to go away.
yeah, but
Though it
getting a
was
like a new person who's not with the club would at least like there would be a difference in opinion and things like that. But getting the same person who's been with the club since David Moyes was there, having him as a technical director, just maybe that person is a yes man. So from that point of view, it's just like one of those things. Also, like, very I don't know. You know about the new sponsorship that we cracked, right? A couple of days back with Team Viewer.
right.
Yeah. And our shirts are going to look horrible. Our jerseys are going to. Have you seen the logo? Damn, man.
It's one of the best deals out there today, I think. From what I read, I haven't compared it with cities or
It,
say a Madrid sponsorship, but it's
Yeah,
like
it,
45 million per season or something.
for
it's
5 years.
only a good deal if it's invested back in football. If it's a deal that is going to just fund lasers, then it's just, I mean,
But
how should the fans care?
but if we are skeptical about everything, then there's no point, right?
No, so the thing about TeamViewer is they are working on a lot of AR technology. So basically, I think this sponsorship is about Man United probably at some point having this AR capability to check out matches, or behind the scenes content and stuff like that. So I think from that point of view, it's a good deal. Money wise, I'm not too sure, man, because 40-50 million the course of 5 years, not sure how much that is going to help us
40 million, 45 million per season.
per season. Yeah,
That That's good money. I don't think even Chevrolet offered that much, or it was slightly less than that. So in
Yeah, but
COVID times, I feel it's a good deal. Hey, before we go there further, Saurabh, mila kya tujhe? Did you find
Yeah,
anything?
I got a paid subscription for SN now, sportsnet.ca.
Oh, even that will need VPN, right?
Yeah.
I tried ESPN Plus, and their website is crap. It doesn't allow me to subscribe. Let me try again, or else I might just have to listen to you guys.
Find something. Spend the next 8 minutes looking for the stream. Till then,
You
do you
guys
have
can continue. Yeah.
do you have a stream running as all?
no, I'm just trying to like get. I just have only one screen, so I'm just trying to get something on my phone. Problem with the phone is the VPN acts weirdly on the phone. I have to kill the app and make sure that it's not posing any threats to
I
the
got a 7-day pass on sportsnet.ca. So
Okay.
at least have something going for the game.
Yeah, ESPN Plus is really horrible. I'm trying. That's the most reliable and I think clean link I might find. But yeah, I tried that early today as well for the Dutch league,
Mhm.
and it didn't work. It didn't allow me to even buy the subscription. So I know I understood where their priorities are. Mm, come on.
Yeah, Manchester United had a 7-year, $560 million agreement with Chevrolet. So that
Hmm.
is $560 million over 7 years is 50 million per year. This is gone down.
Hmm.
That is then okay, 235 million pound shirt deal. What's the duration? 5 year deal. So
Yep.
around 300,000, 300 dollars, 3 million. So not a big bump. It might be a downgrade, which is strange. Because I know Chevrolet had in their shirt deal, although it was 80 million a year, 560 or whatever that million, they had
Hmm.
a clause for continuous Champions League appearances. So um, we only get paid the full sponsorship amount if we make the Champions League every year, or we cannot be out of the Champions League for 2 straight years or something like that. So
Right.
uh, if our um, directors have taken that clause out, probably means that money is not intended to be reinvested in football, but speculation.
Yep.
How much did you say this Chevrolet deal was per year?
Chevrolet was $80 million per year
Hmm.
was signed, and this was 7 years ago.
Hmm. So then this is a downgrade, maybe COVID impact or whatever it is.
Maybe it's not a great deal then.
Yeah. Anyways, our year performance in the past 7 years is not worthy of getting an upgrade, anyways. Right? We haven't won anything significant, so I don't know why would sponsors pay us that much then.
The statement from in the Guardian is the club believe that the contract is the most lucrative struck during the pandemic by any sports team. So this is the most lucrative during the pandemic. They're not really saying that this is the most lucrative shirt deal, which says a lot.
Right. But it
And
is true, right? Nobody's spending. Who will be spending that much? Why would team viewer logically speaking, yeah, why would you get like 100 million deal, like an upgrade to Chevrolet, right? In this
no,
time when things are uncertain.
because if you think of it, who benefits the most by having their name on our t-shirt? or on our shirt. It is the company who has the most number of online viewers or online presence, because neither Chevrolet or your um, team viewer is going to care about people in Old Trafford. They're not paying for 75,000 people to see their brand logo on the shirts. They're paying for people who are watching streams, people who are watching United on TV, and that has not dropped. So I think that could have been a better deal out there. But and I wouldn't be surprised that um, if the Chevrolet contract was expiring by the end of the year, that the negotiations should have been happening 2 years ago. If this is a significant chunk of the club revenue, if they've already started or if they started negotiation 6 months before the deal expired, then it's just unpreparedness from them.
Yep.
All right, so I'm looking at the Leicester City lineup. Fofana, Evans, Soyanchu. So three at the back, Albrighton and Castagne, other full backs. NDT Tillmans is in the center, and Perez, Iheanacho, and Vardy are up front. Iheanacho, I think, is fresh from a hat trick, if I'm not wrong. So he is in a bit of a run of form. Vardy is obviously in danger. So their front three are pacey. That makes me a little wary of our slow backline. So we still have Lindelof and Maguire. So if Vardy, Iheanacho, and Perez are running at them, we might be in a few uncomfortable situations. We have four midfielders, which if I were to start these same four midfielders, I would play them in a diamond. But we know that Solskjaer is not going to do that. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1 with Pogba on the left wing for some reason. So
I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to sub off Matic, put Pogba back in Matic's place, and probably get in. Is Rashford on the bench or he's on there?
Rashford and Bruno both needed a break, so I'm happy that they're not starting in this game. Let me just see if they're on the bench. So Luke Shaw is on the bench. Fernandes, Bruno is on the bench. Cavani is on the bench. Rashford did not make it to the squad.
Yeah. Okay.
And we are going into an international break, so I hope that's a good sign for us that if we get a couple of goals early, then hopefully we will not need Bruno again until after the international break, and then hopefully we'll have a fresh, ready team. Right, I'm almost at kickoff. Kicked off here. Are you guys live?
Nope. The zone Germany sucks. Can't like start the stream. It's weird. Bloody hell.
Yeah, Pogba is on the left wing.
Yeah, that's his new place.
It's very clear what the positioning is, even in the first 30 seconds. Pogba on the left wing, Van de Beek as a number 10, Greenwood on the right wing, and Martial up front. Oh, is it? No. Oh, let me just think. It might be a diamond. We might be getting our wish. So their fullbacks or their wingbacks are being marked by Wan-Bissaka and Fred on one side, wing back and forward. Probably means that this is a diamond. Not seeing Matt.
That is interesting.
Yeah, Fred is bombing forward. Only the press though, not with the ball. Yeah,
Guys, I'm gonna
looks like
try
that.
and like log in from the phone and see if I can turn the match on my laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I'll be back.
Cool.
Martial coming in from the left hand side. first real attack from us. Yeah, Pogba is in the middle. We are playing a diamond.
Diamond. Great. Great.
This is good news for us.
I'm still trying to find something.
So, from not having any midfielders beyond Fred and McTominay fit to having all our midfielders fit is good to see. So much so that the wingers are being rested and we are going into a diamond.
Right.
We see one viewer.
Yeah.
Low viewer.
Thanks for before I could say thanks, he's gone. He or she. I'm seeing a lot of YouTube, like female YouTube content creators talking about football actually.
Yeah.
So we'll never know. We might get a female fan or viewer, not a fan.
And I
Dev?
think Ellis provides the width. Like, he is after the first couple of games, he has not been that impressive. Shaw has clearly been better than him.
Yeah.
And good for us. We are getting the best out of Shaw, but I'm hoping Telles does a good job. He has given a foul away. Yeah. Was Body offside there? Oof. Our entire team has their arms raised up. Telles did a great job in blocking the shot, but I think Body was offside. It was clearly offside. What was the ref doing? He
It
was
does
offside
war.
by yards. Do we? Is there VAR in FA Cup?
I was just going to ask that. I am hoping so. If it's in the Premier League, then it should be for FA Cup as well.
Maybe not, but we'll see. Saul, can you quickly check?
Check what?
Do you know if VAR is active in FA Cups?
Yeah, yes, there. It depends on the stadium. So if the stadium has VR, it will have VR, and I think Leicester has VR. So it's that.
Mm. Martial went heavy on Tillemans.
Hmm.
Are you guys on the streams now?
Yeah, I am.
I'm not yet.
Damn.
Hold on.
How do you usually watch FA Cup?
So far, we are blocking them out, blocking their attacks. The one attack they had which was not flagged offside. They were Vardy was 2-3 yards offside.
Even Neeraj is searching for a link.
5 minutes into the game, our shape is good, but Leicester is slowly uh, getting more possession, getting more comfortable on the ball. And their forward three are dangerous. Vardy, we all know. Perez is a handful, and Iheanacho is in good form right now. So we need to watch out for those three.
Right.
And our centre backs are actually our defense is actually getting outnumbered now.
Mm-hmm. We're playing too deep, man.
Like
Yeah.
it's really difficult to get out of these positions. It has to be one of those weird jacular long balls. There's no other way to get out. It's too deep.
Lovely ball by Greenwood to Pogba to Martial, and we go back again. So
Yeah.
Martial in the left back position now, trying to create something. Although I like the team shape and formation, um, I'm hoping the players are intelligent enough to adapt to it without too many in-game preps. By the way, Saul, your video is paused or
No, it's not pause. I'm just saying like mobile device support is limited. Switch to a desktop computer for best experience. That's weird.
okay?
I'll try it.
But we're still able to hear you. So
Yeah, my video just got frozen for some reason. I don't know why. Let me.
nice. Fred is Fred is all over the place. He's charging people down. I think he has been given that role to press, go forward and press. While Matic sits back, Van de Beek and Pogba hold positions to play the ball, and Fred is going to go press. I'm getting a call from Neeraj. Give me 1 minute.
I think he's asking about the same. It didn't work for you, Saul?
Permanent beobachten und intensiv verfolgen.
Dude, send me that link, Saul, the one that you have.
Which one?
The one that you're watching, German League. German
You just
broadcast.
need VPN. Do you have DAZN?
No, I don't.
No, so I'm watching it on DAZN Germany. So you need an account on DAZN. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
You need a paid account in the zone. Paid
Yeah.
German.
No, just one paid account. So I use that for all the other stuff in Canada. But then when I use the VPN for Germany, I just get FA Cup because they have it there. And they also call it football, not soccer. So
Football.
yeah. It's kind of weird how my phone camera is better than my MacBook camera. Just crazy.
Yeah.
We are playing very deep.
Yep. That's the problem. That's what happens when you have Matic.
No, in this case, it might not be the worst thing because we would rather have Jimmy Vardy close to the edge of the box than at the halfway line running at Lindelof and Maguire. But it's going to make an uncomfortable viewing for us. We will be always at the edge of our seats.
Yeah, we need to pass forward. I mean, I just saw a pass from Van de Beek. He could have done a 1-2 with Fred. He just didn't. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, not even, I haven't seen anything of Van de Beek yet. At least I can remember a couple of passes that Pogba has tried to create.
Yeah.
Are you guys at like 10:42 or what? What's the time that you guys are?
47. Yeah.
47. Okay. Okay. I'm there.
Lovely work by Henderson. Henderson is in goal, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
another
Henderson.
weird like situation with the goalkeeper thing. Did you?
Lovely flick by Pogba.
Nice.
You can make
Nice,
something
Martial.
of this now. Lovely
Wow,
ball.
Matic.
Nice.
Oh, lovely work by Martial. Corner.
Maybe a second or two ahead, sort of. Maybe a second. I finally was able to get FA Cup on my phone on ESPN.
Nice.
It didn't work up at all. No idea why. Who's taking the corner?
Should we tell
Tell
us?
us.
Let us tell us.
Need a looping one.
It is a looping one and a very by Maguire.
Maguire.
He gets a lot of headers on target, but
Yeah.
it is
Can't do
just
shit.
a simply straight into the keeper's hand. The beat needs to have a good game.
Whoa, nice turn by Martial. But too much.
And the beat won it back. Yes.
Oh. Nope. Martial has been lively. It's good to see. He's been
Yeah, Martial and Pogba have been good so far.
yeah.
Matic has been decent. Oof.
What a ball. City are already through to the semis, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
City.
right.
Oh.
Almost.
Martial just stopped the run just as Fred was playing it.
Yeah. Talking about Martial, like, do you guys like? What do you think going into next season? Saurabh and I did chat about it a bit last time, but do you guys really still feel like besides Cavani, we have a proper center forward or a striker, like who can score those 25, 30 goals?
So it's not about the center forward for me, it's about how we play. So at the end of the day, for me, whoever is the center forward, if you don't put in crosses, if you don't supply the ball, I mean it's not going to work out, right? I mean, last year Martial, I think he scored the most number of goals for us, right? This year is probably having one of the shittiest seasons after the Mourinho era. So it just goes to show, like, when you have, I mean, Luke Shaw has been brilliant. I cannot say anything like bad about him. But when you look at the right hand side, there's absolutely nothing. There's nothing in terms of going forward. I mean, if
Right.
you have to bank on whoever is playing on the right wing, like let's say for example, sometimes Rashford or Greenwood to supply crosses, they are not those players. They are goal scorers, right? Yeah, they can whip in a cross once or twice, but then they're not the people whom you would expect to push in a cross every time. So I don't
Right.
think it's about Martial or Haaland, if you get Haaland, whatever that is. It's just that
It's
the
about
number.
finishing, though, right? Like, yeah, I think. Do you think our strikers are one, like, say, the top five finishers in the league?
Uh,
Because you need to finish your, like, at least take shots on target, right? And that's where my dilemma is. I completely agree. We need someone on the right side, and then the question comes: is, are you going to be, say, did we buy Diallo as like a backup, or maybe like a prospect who plays 3 years down the line, which probably he could have done that at Atlanta and then transferred over to say a big club. So I don't know what the strategy is. Is Ahmad meant to be the player on the right? But if he's not, then yeah, definitely we need to get Sancho. There's no doubt about it. Like proper who can cross, who can create as well. But when I think about the finishing, I feel we don't have we don't have the best finishing in the league, even in the league. Like even if we have scored goals, like Rashford has scored good amount of goals this season, their finishing is poor.
The thing is, Nikhil, if you look at Manchester City, they don't have the best finisher in the league either, or at least this season. Aguero hasn't been fit.
Right.
Jesus isn't the best finisher in the league, and the Sterling is terrible. But still, they score goals and still they are effective because their forward players are continuously supplied with chances, right? And that's the difference. So either you don't improve your midfield or your chance creation and just get one player who is going to convert more of the limited number of chances, or stay with the current forward line, which is still young and promising, and then add to the supply line, right? Add to your attacking midfielder, your wingers, someone who's going to create a lot of chance. So
Fred has given it away. Okay, now.
Nice
it's
one.
not looking good.
Nice one, Maguire. Come on, clear it. Come on, counter. Yeah, and I'm not saying I disagree with you, but I feel based on this finishing that I've seen from our players, I don't think they are going to be the one. Like I think a player like Haaland comes once in a lifetime. Like I think he'll be the player for the next 10 years. And if we are talking about spending money,
he's also probably going to be the only transfer in the next 10 years if we buy him, by the way. We won't have the budget to get anybody else, which is not a good
how
thing.
much would he cost now this season if you buy him in the summer?
130 at least, 130, 140.
120, 130.
Yeah.
And then we are
if we buy him next season, like if anyone buys him, not United, but I think if you wait another summer, he's going to cost like 70 million. So I would pray that he stays on for another season and then we outbid others the subsequent summer.
I don't think he's going to stay. I think he's got 1 year left in his contract and he has a release clause, right?
No, 3. I think
the number of years on his contract is immaterial because next year his release clause for 65-70 million pounds kicks in. So that's why Dortmund are considering selling him right now or in this summer to raise more money, or they have an option to just keep him and sell him for. He is going to go next summer for sure.
Right. So I don't know. I don't think even City can buy him for 130 million. I think the deal would have to be structured, and if people are in the market for him, I think United should be in the market for him as well.
I don't deny that, but if we only get Haaland and we don't fix other problems, then even Haaland's goal return is not going to be 40 goals.
True. I'm not saying that we should just buy Haaland and that's going to solve the problems. I'm saying we need to be in for the best players in the world, and Haaland should be the player. If we are saying that we need to spend money, then Haaland and Sancho would be the ideal transfers next season. I wouldn't even care for a centre back or a CDM if those two players are signed for 250 million, for example.
So first of all, we don't have 250 million. I think somewhere I saw like we have our transfer budget is around 70 million, without making sure that we are not selling players and generating funds from there. So without that, if our even Sancho is not going to be 70, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than that. And the fact that Haaland might leave this summer just gives Dortmund the leeway to boss around again another transfer window with United and say, oh, we need more money and things like that, and not give Sancho. So I'm really not sure. I mean, Sancho, I still think I mean, the whole Sancho thing is, pardon my French, but I think it's a dick measuring contest. So we might end up spending that money and getting Sancho at the end of the day. But Haaland, I mean, of course, United is always going to get linked with the biggest players, but realistically, I don't think we can afford him, dude. Like he's just,
Yeah.
and we are forgetting about his agent, by the way.
Exactly. Affording him is just one. Oh, I got hacked. But yeah, affording him is one thing, and then dealing with Raiola every year, every international break,
Oh,
linking him away. Are we even ready for that? Are we ready to have
right.
another Pogba-like situation? So I, I like Haaland. I would love him to be at United, but there are too many reasons why it probably will not happen. So we'd rather invest in, if we only have the 70 million budget, I'd rather get Grealish and try to raise some money, um, so that the rest of the team can be, we can get maybe a center back or a creative fielder, or we can improve other areas of the pitch.
And Grealish was 70 million last time, right? Maybe I hope the price doesn't go up.
Yeah.
We definitely, but with Grealish in, what would be the formation that he'll play? And where would Bruno play in your plans then? Like, not in your plans, but on the pitch, where would you put him?
No,
Grealish has to be on the wing.
Yeah, Grealish will float it. So in the formation that we are playing right now, Grealish can play either the left hand side of a diamond or left hand side of a 4-2-3-1, and that's where then Rashford. So and I know Nikhil, your question was, is Rashford a right winger? Do you want him on the right wing? And
No,
even
no,
then,
no. My main concern was of the striker, right? Yeah, can Rashford play on the right wing is another question.
yeah,
He hasn't played
no,
much, but yeah.
yeah. So if we were only to get Grealish, I would either play a front four of Grealish, Martial, Rashford, and Bruno behind them, right? Or I'll go with a diamond where Bruno, Grealish, and whatever Fred and Matic, or that can be the diamond behind the two strikers.
Okay.
Oh, what a shocker!
Oh my god, did they score? Fuck.
What a shocker!
Who was
It's
that?
Fred.
Fred.
Was
You
it?
might
I
as you might as well give the goal away.
Oh,
A
man.
shocker.
Fred. Telling you. Forget about
communication
Haaland and
issues.
Santos. If you have Fred and Scott McTominay, it's just like it's horrible. He's probably the worst Brazilian player I've ever seen. It just
He's not that bad. Just that this
look at
is
what he did. Oh my god. This is
He should have
insane. I can't
he
believe he
should have
did that.
played it sideways.
we are the issue here is not. I mean, Fred caused the mistake, but that mistake has been, Maguire has made that mistake before. Henderson has made that mistake before. De Gea has made that mistake before. The issue is we are not good at playing it out from the back. This came of a goal kick where Henderson passed it to Maguire. Maguire took an age
Yeah,
to pass it to Fred.
he
By
had
that
three
time,
players. Fred
three
had
players on him.
one behind him, two on the sides, and yeah, it's crazy. Like, why are we trying to be City? We are far, far away from City or Liverpool. No matter what the table says today, and we don't
The
have that quality.
Yeah, the mistake today came from Fred, but the issue is more with the way we try to play the ball from the back, which is just not good enough.
So I've seen like a lot of teams do that, and not just in the Premier League. I am not very sure how this whole idea originated from. Like what is the whole deal about playing from the back? Because yeah, I do agree. You need to have, good players to supply the ball from the back, and not all teams have them. But then I think it's one of those things, just like zonal marking. I mean, I'm pretty sure we do that still, right? Where Maguire is never like marking a man. He's now I don't know why he's doing that, so it's always going to be there. But yeah, I mean, I get it. Maybe we are not good enough for playing from the back, but I don't want to see Fred at that position. I don't want him to be the first person getting the ball when he's getting pressed by the opponent, because it's just, and this is
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like Iheanacho wasn't that far away. Like in his side
yeah.
view, he would know that Iheanacho is there and he's going to make that run. At least pressurize Henderson. Why even choose? Like that is stupid. And plus, again, playing from the back is not our strength. We shouldn't be doing that, especially when you have three players around a player. That is like, oh yeah, let's give me a let me give you a challenge, like a dare which you can't fulfill.
And Saul, to answer your question, where did playing out from the back come? Oh,
Oh,
playing out from the back come from? And the philosophy behind that is not wrong. The philosophy behind that is, if you start your attacks from your base of your box, that means you're drawing the defensive line closer to the center line, which
yeah,
means that once you break the press, you have a lot of green to run into for your forward. So the same width that you, or the same stretch that you have from your defensive line to your attacking line, rather than that being pushed up closer to their goal where you can't use your forward space, it's being pulled towards your own goal where your forwards can outpace the defenders. That's the logic behind it. But for that logic to work, you need defenders to be good on the ball. You need your midfielders to be able to read the press and play through the press, which are two things that we don't have. The only thing that we have is fast forward. So
yeah. From a that's what I'm trying to say. Like modern football, from a philosophy point of view, you would want your players to move while you pass, and get more, push more bodies in, like you said, like once you go forward. But then that's the thing, you need the right players to do that. I don't see how someone like a Fred can do that, because his ball control, first of all, is horrible. Yes, he puts in a lot of tackles, and I mean, from that point of view, it's fine. And his passing is like, it's just, I mean, he couldn't even like pass the ball back to the keeper. I mean, it was like, didn't have the power. And yeah, I mean, for a Manchester United player doing that and going down 1-0 in a cup final, that's just it's too much. And then you get to see rumors about Haaland and things like that. I was like, damn, man, how
Yeah.
are we gonna like imagine Haaland in the team first match, and Fred does that? He's going to call up Mino Raiola right then and there and say, dude, I don't want to be another Pogba.
I don't think it will come to that, to be honest. But yeah, you wouldn't want to be taken. Like yeah, as long unless Haaland changes his agent, yeah, I don't think much can happen.
Was good. Oh, couldn't get the final ball in.
foul at the spot. Want to get a yellow?
On the edge.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't know like why it has to be instructions by the managers. Like I think this is not the first time we had made that mistake, right? We have put ourselves under pressure and conceded such a goal or even an opportunity. Forget a goal. Right? We should be seeing this in real, like when you're reviewing matches and seeing how we did in a particular situation. And I don't know why we keep on repeating the same mistake.
And,
So
and this is
yeah, and the other option where you like when the goalkeeper takes a shot, I think you need a strong center forward who can hold the ball. I think that's something we lack as well. I mean, I know Martial is good with holding the ball, but when you look at Greenwood, Van der Beek, I'm not too sure if they'll be good at getting the ball from the keeper and then going forward. Okay, that's the miss pass.
Yeah,
Maguire
he could have
doesn't
taken a throw. He could have taken a throw in. Van der Beek could have attempted, like just try to get the opponent's touch and just get it out of play. It's not what rondo or something, or like when you're like running drills where you want to keep the ball in play. It's an actual game.
And that's what I was trying to say. So in a rondo, all the press is in the front of you, so you can see the players pressing you. What happened to Fred was he had players pressing behind his back, which is not the same. So the awareness levels are completely different when you want to try and play the ball out from the back. You need to continuously be looking over your shoulder, trying to see where to receive the ball, where you're going to play the ball when you
In this
receive.
case, there were 3-4 people seeing that there were three Fred himself, Maguire who passed to him, Henderson.
Exactly.
It's
The
simple
ball
as
should not have been
communicating.
passed
It's
to Fred.
simple as communicating. Like, just either if you're passing to Henderson, just pass like quickly. Don't put a lame ass pass for the striker to catch it.
Yeah, so it was not like he was caught. It's just that
Yeah.
he made a really bad pass. I mean, it's just, I'm sure, like, even Leicester City like scorer, he didn't even realize that he's going to get the ball, because it's so weird. But my other point is, like, since they're playing from the back, I'm pretty sure in training they've been drilled to do this.
Yeah.
But from that point
Yeah,
of
I'm
view, I
pretty
don't.
sure they're doing.
Yeah. From that point of view, it's just like a massive, massive error on Fred.
Yeah. No, the blame lies. Majority of it lies to Fred. To be honest.
80% is Fred. I'd say
Yeah.
20% is Maguire and Henderson as well, just to
Yeah.
slow things down.
Yeah.
And a combination of that has to be our constant instructions from our coaching to still want to play out from the back. We are still relatively good playing out from the back when we have Maguire and Shaw, and we can still break the press from the left hand side. We are not good on the right hand side at all, because we know that Wan Bissaka is not as good and Lindelof is not as good on the one. So
Yep.
Come on, play the ball. Shit.
Oh my God. What is he
Why
doing?
did he have to take it
Oh
that
my
front? Like, you're not Messi to do it.
What's Lindelof doing?
He had so much time to play the ball. He thought that he was going to run through more Leicester players. Stupid. Yeah, another foul.
Yeah. And this is a very worrying factor that I've seen whenever Van der Beek plays, hardly gets the ball for some reason. I mean, even in this match, you can hardly see him like get the ball. I'm not sure whether it's from a player point of view or whatever is happening right now. He's just running around, very similar to Jesse Lingard, like whatever he used to do back he was, playing with us. Say, oh, Pogba is injured. Fuck. I hope it's not a bad one.
Is Fofana trying to get him off the pitch?
no, it wasn't a kick.
Yeah.
It wasn't an intentional kick, at least.
No. I think he was trying to get him to stand up so that he can walk it off or something. Fofana. After he took the boot out.
He stood on his ankle.
Come on. His ankle has been an issue recently, right? I'm not sure if it's the right one, right foot.
It is the right foot. I think he'll have to make subs in halftime. Bruno comes in, Van der Beek goes out, and probably get Luke Shaw in. So let's see. Oh, this is terrible, man.
Okay. Maguire is already on a card, right?
Yeah.
He needs to be careful.
Another thing, especially today, when we are trying to play it from the back. If you look at Leicester City, they are playing three at the back, so they have more sideways options. When they play it out from the back, they can pass between their center halves. We are playing with two center halves against their three forwards, right? So they are already you will have one center forward to cut off passes between the center halves. You will have their two forwards cutting off passes between our full backs. So you have Tielemans and NDD, which is exactly what happened, which will be on the back of our receivers. So we are already getting outnumbered there in the press. So it's not the right game for trying to play out from the back at all.
Yeah.
Another
And
thing
these
about
are the basics,
Solskjaer,
right?
yeah,
These are
another
the
thing
basics
about
when you
Solskjaer
think
is
about.
when it comes to tactics, he is not adaptive. I mean, I've seen him very few times change his tactics based on whatever is happening on the pitch. I really don't expect him to do. Oh, Marcel has missed a header. Damn it.
Greenwood.
Scored a goal.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. It was
Well
some good
left.
This is a
football.
very
Well left
important goal.
by Van de
Very
Beek.
important goal.
No, some smart football. Telles, Pogba, Van de Beek, and Greenwood all involved in that. So,
Uh, I think the nerves should settle now. You should
Yeah.
take,
This is our
hopefully take
first
control.
shot on goal, right? Is it?
yeah, I think so.
See what
Smart
I mean?
turn by Pogba.
You
Smart turn by
rarely get
Pogba.
chances.
Yeah, lovely leave from Van de Beek.
Yep,
The assist is as much Van de Beek's as Pogba's.
that's right. I think he touched the ball as well.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Yes.
he did. Nice, man. Carrick looks happy.
Fletcher is there. He's also watching the game.
Yeah, he had a weird face on the stand. I couldn't recognize him at first sight. We need to hold this till half time and then
you're doing the same thing.
What are you waiting for? There are three players surrounding Van Bissaka.
This
Okay,
time
nice.
the issue is
Come on.
Matic. Oh my god.
no, we are trying to repeat the same thing and expecting different results. It's insane.
Oh, nice one, tell us.
Corner.
Yeah.
Is that a corner or a goal?
Goal kick.
Goal kick.
He was given a goal kick.
I thought it was a corner.
Yeah, looked like a corner, but yeah.
Oh, it went off him.
Yeah. Van Bissaka is very smart in these things. I've seen him like
He's amazing one-on-one. Like,
yeah, especially with Raheem Sterling.
why the hell is Fred running ahead, like leaving Matic all alone when they are like three players? Yeah. Now that there was a chance to play that ball when Van der Beek was making the run and nobody played that ball.
It's gonna be another cross.
Weak.
Couldn't connect properly. What are your views on situation with Kawhi? Do you think he's going to be with us next season?
I don't don't think he would. And when he signed for us, I told you, right, it was a bandage on top of another bandage. So we got Igalo in. Um, he did okay for a few months and then disappeared. Cavani is going to be the same. Came in, did okay for a few months, and then just not the long term option for us.
Yeah.
We got a viewer.
Hey, hello, viewer.
What are your thoughts about the game till now?
Very lucky to get the goal. I mean, we played well, so we need to
No,
hold
it
on.
was it was for the viewer.
Oh, okay. I hope I didn't scare the viewer off.
Yeah.
But if you look at it so far, um, yeah, if we would have eliminated that mistake, which we should have done, this would have been a good half, or at least
From a
that.
chance creation point of view, I mean, like, so that's what we've been doing for the last 10 games, right? I mean, defensively, okay, no goals conceded, but offensively as well, no goals scored, right? So, which is a worry for me. I mean, for this season, it might be okay because it's almost done, and we are probably going to get top four and Champions League next season. But for next season Champions League, I think we need to score more goals. Not just
Yeah.
score more goals, create more chances and go forward.
I'm tired of like seeing what the hell again.
Uh,
I
Bisaka now, is it?
lucky for us, it was a poor ball. It was out of play.
Yeah,
I think these players should get a hammering
definitely.
during
Solskjaer
halftime.
looks pissed. Solskjaer looks pissed. Definitely gonna shout
If
at
I
him.
had to just change one thing going into the second half, I'll just ask our defense to play it long, play it out, rather than trying to be smart. Oh,
Oh man.
Jose Perez. Nice try by Jose Perez.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players in front of him, but he still got that shot out.
Henderson looked beaten. It was on target.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we'll be going into halftime soon. We'll take a quick break, maybe a bite of water. But yeah, I think we should talk about the Henderson and De Gea situation a bit, if possible.
so I think we can do rotations where maybe Saul and I can have a chat. Nikhil, you can take a break, and then when you come back, one of us can take a break,
Yeah.
where we can keep the stream going. But yeah, the more I think about it, this 1-1 is just temporary. If we continue to play like this, we are going to concede
Yep.
more.
Yep. Definitely. Oh, pass the ball, man. Jesus. I'm holding the ball for. Oh, there we go, long ball.
Okay.
Oh man, Matic.
Matic has. I have seen like couple of poor passes from him, like
He's
misreading
done.
where the player is going.
He is done. I mean, if they renew his contract, is this his last year or he's got 1 year left in his contract?
We got 2 years, right? But we renewed it for 2-3 years last summer. He has some time on his contract.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he should like get good wages off like his. He would be charging fairly good sum for not starting regularly now, right? Might be charging at least 100,000 or something, which can be utilized somewhere else, like a Declan Rice or whoever else is a good option. A younger CDM. Declan Rice is another unachievable transfer, I think, for us.
Yeah, but maybe with the whole Jesse Lingard thing, I don't know. Maybe it sounds too good to be true, but then like a swap deal with some money or something like that. Because I think Jesse Lingard should go to West Ham because he's having the season of his life. He's almost scoring like every game. So from that point of view, I think yeah, coming back to United is not a good thing for Jesse.
Yeah. Anyways, uh, do you guys, one of you, want to jump off and get something in the meanwhile? I'll stay on for the next few minutes.
I can stay on as well.
Cool,
Okay.
I'll take a break then.
Yeah.
Okay. Did Neeraj find the link eventually?
Hopefully. No. What are your thoughts, Akhil?
I didn't see much, obviously, in the. I didn't see a part of the game, to be honest, for the first 10 odd minutes. But whatever I saw, we didn't create much, right? We didn't create much, and we have been very poor. Like, even with the diamond formation, I think our passing centrally has been poor. We
Mm.
are like pretty much the same things. Like, we are trying to build from the back when we shouldn't. We should be choosing some safe passes sometimes, but we are trying to go for the extravagant when there is a risky situation. I would like to see that change. uh, I still haven't seen that change. Like, after that first mistake, we still had those kind of passes. But yeah, just looking at the lineup, I thought we should be going into this game by 60, 70 minutes. We should be a couple of goals ahead of them, which I hope once we come back, we kind of click and go ahead and score a couple of goals. We don't want to be in a situation where we bring Bruno on the pitch unnecessarily just to create something.
Yeah.
I think Van der Beek has his chance. He played a good role in that goal that we scored, but he has been non-existent. Same has been with. I think Fred and Matic have existed for the wrong reasons. They have made the mistakes, which have led to Leicester creating tricky situations for us or even scoring. So I I hope these three actually step up. They are playing a 4-4-2 means these three have to play well, and yeah, two of the three have definitely not played well. So these two need to step up, Fred and Matic.
I'm looking at the goal again. Their goal.
Mhm. Know if our viewer is Neeraj himself, but if our viewer has any questions or any thoughts about the game, please feel free to add it to the chat. We'll try to answer your questions or even maybe take up any discussion points. You were saying you're looking at the goal. Any?
Yeah. The more I see it, the more it is is symbolic. It's just not good enough from our defense, from our midfield.
Again, inside the penalty box, we created a 3 versus 3 situation.
Yeah. While in possession.
While in possession. Horrible. That run by Tellez was important. Kind of
Yeah.
threw Evans away. He had to stay, lean in that direction in case the ball came to him. He took, not Evans, I think it was Soyuncu. No, Evans.
Evans.
Yeah.
Great finish by Greenwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely finish.
So you have 48% possession, 4 shots, on goal, 3 shots, corners, fouls, yellow cards. I sometimes feel these FA Cup games and Carling Cup games don't really. Obviously, in the US, they don't have good representation at all when it comes to football pundits. But some of these guys are like, yeah, I hate listening to them.
Leicester deserve to be at least a couple of goals ahead at this point.
Yeah. Leicester have not beaten United since 2014. So our semi-finalist would be City, Southampton. Who else played today?
So either it's going to
Chelsea.
be United Chelsea or United City. Obviously, we don't get any draws.
City have, sorry, Chelsea have been in terrific form. I didn't expect them to beat Atletico even at home. I thought Atletico will come back, even they were 1-0 down in the first leg. They would do something different, but Tuchel has done well.
Yeah. Chelsea fans were very quickly over Lampard.
Yeah.
Is there any other Premier League game? Okay, Villa is playing Tottenham.
Yeah. Did you have who scored for? I think you had Lingard as well, right, today?
I had Lingard, a
And
goal
you
and
had
an assist.
Antonio as well?
I did not. I
Oh,
stuck with
okay.
Bamford, Kane, and Watkins.
I think someone had both in our league, both
Really.
Lingard and Antonio. Someone has both players.
Jaideep has Antonio.
Yeah, me too.
Jiju has Antonio and Suchek.
Suchek scored, right? But he also
He
scored an
also
own goal.
own goal.
We're just talking about FPL, Saul.
Right.
Are you
Oh,
Yeah, I'm there.
Alok had Antonio and Lingard both, and Rafinha captain. Wow,
he's going ahead of me this time.
you trying out a few things.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a quick break. You guys continue. Maybe this is a good time to talk about the director of football and Henderson De Gea debate.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Mohammed, thanks for liking. Do you have any questions for us? We got a guy who commented. Anyways, so what are your thoughts about maybe director of football? We haven't already spoken about, but what do you think about the Henderson and Dea situation? Like, are you? Let me ask you this: Are you sure, or what do you think? Is Henderson does he have the quality to replace Dea?
Not on paper, not on his resume, because I think he still has a point to prove in the United colors. He's had a really good season with Sheffield, like previously on loan, but then at the same point, I don't think for whatever is for whatever De Gea has done for us over the years, I don't think you can just take it away. Obviously, it's uh, you have the British press. They have hyped it in such a way that, from the looks of it, it seems like by the end of the season and the starting of new season, we are going to have one of them. Uh, and by how it looks, it's probably going to be Dean Henderson with De Gea leaving us. I mean, I know that he's on a very high salary and things like that, but at the same point, uh, we did give Henderson a pretty decent contract at the beginning of the season as well, which was a little like one of those eyebrows raising like moves. So it's going to be De Gea to happen like in the next season.
we got another question. Actually, we did address this to some extent, but Jaideep actually is our friend, and he's asking thoughts on Marshall. Do you think you need a proper striker?
We need attackers. We need suppliers who can give the ball to our number nine. So it doesn't matter if it's Martial, Greenwood, or Rashford, or even Haaland next season. Uh, at the rate of chances created per game, I think it's like too low. Like we get 3 or 4 chances as far as strikers are concerned. And yeah, I mean, players miss all the time. I mean, I know we like you said, we need players who can score as well and not miss chances, but at the same time, creating more chances is always a better thing than getting lesser chances, because at the same time, you can convert them into goals. So I don't think it's a Martial problem. Yes, he's having a pretty bad season. He's not been great. And yeah, from that point of view, you might ask whether it's a good idea to sell him and maybe get a better attacker. But at the same point, even if you get a better attacker, if you can't whip in crosses, if you can't like supply balls to your number nine, there's always going to be an issue in terms of getting goals.
Just from a Premier League standpoint, when I see the XG, and I think it is just one metric, but when I see the XG, we are currently fourth in terms of expected goals. Basically, that I would interpret it that we are creating, like XG is a reflection of that we are creating some chances, and we are currently fourth. To be honest, we are at 48.56. We should have scored 48 goals. It seems like we beyond. Uh, no, we have scored 48 goals, 55 goals, and we only created chances of 48 odd. Like, so the 7 goals that came were like completely unexpected, or they were world class goals by, say, Bruno or whoever it was. I
Right.
think Bruno have scored some of those. So yeah, it kind of relates to what you were saying. We are not creating enough chances compared to our other teams. City are meanwhile are at like 62.
Yeah.
Liverpool, who are in bad form, they are at 51, and Chelsea are also very slightly ahead of us, very slightly. But
And
yeah,
I think the biggest factor is when you've seen like Manchester United play this season, their gameplay has been very much one-dimensional. What I mean by that is Bruno is always the chance creator, uh, and then when it comes to number nines, not so much in terms of scoring goals, definitely. Also, from a left back point of view, from a left wing point of view, it's always been Luke Shaw. So what I'm trying to say is like it's very easy for the opponent team to find out how we play and counter that. That's why we've not been able to score so many goals, because if you isolate Bruno out of the back six, if you can call it the back six, because that's how we play, that's always a problem. And it the moment you do that, it goes on to individual brilliance to score one of those goals and get yourself out of the hole, which happens sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, we suffer a lot. We don't score any goals.
right.
So the FA Cup draws for the next round is out. Chelsea is playing Manchester City,
Oh, thank God.
and whoever is the winner from this game is playing Southampton. So probably Leicester versus Southampton.
Okay.
That's quite a demoralizing comment for the two viewers we have, Saurabh.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we will get Southampton.
JD Pievle has sent a comment.
Yeah, we were just discussing that one. So I hope, JD, we answered your question. This JD Pavile sounds like an interesting guy.
But if you think about it, right, what Jaideep is asking, let me ask that question in a different format. Who do you think are the top 5 strikers in the league right now?
Kane, absolutely, for me. So just like usually when you are when we when I get questions like this, I kind of fumble. But yeah, I think Vardy, but he's quite old.
Yeah.
Um Werner is another, not in the league, but quality wise, I would say. Like I would have wanted Werner last season, no doubt about it. He
Okay.
just had a poor season. But Firmino is a fabulous striker. Like again, he's out of form. But currently this season, there haven't been many like strikers in form. It has been dominated by midfielders, right? Like even our FPL kind of shows that. De
Yeah.
Bruyne, Gundogan, then Son, Kane, obviously,
But I
has
think
been
from
a
a FPL point of view, didn't they convert a lot of strikers into midfielders? Was it this season? I think that's what they did, right? Like
Possible.
Salah is a midfielder now, so
Bamford, I forgot. Bamford has been really good.
he's been a
Bamford.
little inconsistent. I guess he scores after every four games. That's been his pattern. But then yeah, he's there.
So yeah, so when you think of replacing Martial, if you can concede that Werner is really quality and he has just had a bad season, you can also say that about Firmino that he is a good player and he has had a bad season. But when you talk about Martial, it is truly the same. He's a good player and has had a bad season. Then
Marcel had just one good season, in my opinion. That was last season. And he has been with us for 5 years now.
and that was the only season where he was playing as a striker, right?
Uh, okay. But he has the pace, right? Anyways, the second half is about to start.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
but my point was that I mean, yes, we need a 20-30 goal striker, but there aren't true strikers left in the game anymore. You often get goals from your midfield, you get goals from your wingers. The game has changed a bit. So you're not going to get a Ruud van Nistelrooy, Thierry Henry, your Eto, Ibrahimovic kind of a player anymore.
completely
So
agree. I think it's the finishing part. I think
yeah,
Jaideep's question was purely on a proper striker. Our discussion point was finishing wise. Like it can be a player from anywhere, right? In one of our last streams, we did talk about how cities, like any city player, any midfielder can play in that front three and still score goals. So
yeah.
it's about finishing and being in the right place in the right time. It's not just about being a striker. So I feel the movement when I see Rash, the problem for me with Marshall, and I don't want us to get too much deviated. I hopefully we can watch and talk about this. But the problem with Marshall I see is the lack of hunger, right?
Hmm.
Like when I hear Haaland, right? Haaland, I think was slightly he was probably not a certainty for one of the group stage games, not the group stage, the first leg when PSG played Barcelona, I think, and Mbappe scored a hat trick.
Hmm.
And the next thing was Haaland's comment that, oh, Mbappe has scored, now I need to score, right? I don't see that drive in some of our players when it comes to scoring goals. Like that passion, that I feel that is lacking, which some of our players in the past had. And even movement, right? Marshall doesn't have to be a striker to be our main scorer. When I see his movements between the center backs, that is what you expect, right? An attacker to do. That is not there. Heading, both Rashford and Marshall are poor in heading. I don't
Hmm.
remember too many goals that they have scored. So I know they are good with their feet, but they are limited then, right? Can you dive? Can you do a chicharito once in a while, right? Crazy header somehow, right? Can you make those runs between the defenders? That's my bigger concern.
Hmm.
If Marshall did that, I wouldn't be like questioning it at all.
If you had just one player that you wanted to sign this summer, would that be a striker?
No, definitely not. If there was one option, then I would actually go for another creator, right? And I think last time when we spoke, it could even be a Jadon Sancho on the left or a Grealish on the left or right? Either way, just to take that load off.
Yeah.
But that would be the priority, like getting another creator.
Saul, if you had to sign just one player, would that be a striker?
No, definitely not. I'll get a CDM because I think we have two CDMs. I think with a good CDM, we can have one person there, and the other one can push forward. I think be it Matic, Fred, or McTominay Fred, or McTominay Matic, I think they are doing two people's job, because in the previous season we only had Matic, and he actually played well last season. I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe he's done. So from that point of view, having an extra player just to protect, the defense. I know we've been very shaky as far as the defense is concerned. So from Solskjaer, I understand that the first agenda was to make sure that we don't concede goals. Same thing we've seen with Chelsea, right? The moment the new manager came in, they made sure like we're not going to concede goals, and that's how they've started their whole thing. So from that point of view, if we get a good CDM, let's say someone like a Declan Rice, I mean, I'm sure like he wouldn't want to London and come to Manchester. I don't get it, but that's how it is. But if we can sign a good CDM, we can, whoever is on the other side can push forward and create chances. Because Scott McTominay in some matches he's played really well, like where he's pushed off, like say for example Leeds, and I think with Sheffield as well. Like some of the games he did push forward and scored a few goals, or played the ball in the right area. So for me, getting a CDM is the main priority.
Yeah. Yeah, we did talk about the CDM to some extent as well, and that is one thing I just wanted to add. Like one of the previous watch alongs, I tried to scout Tune Coop Miners. He's a player he's central midfielder at AZ Alkmaar. So yeah, the one viewer we have, feel free to check that watch along.
Okay.
But yeah, my assessment was, at least in today's game, he didn't play as a CDM. He wasn't the one intercepting balls. He wasn't the shield in front of the center backs. He was more of a second midfielder, which we don't want because we already have too many of those. But maybe, yeah, I'll check out another game and see if he does any different. But he seems like a player who can control the pace of the game, at least based on YouTube videos. But today it didn't seem like it. So I would say, yeah, today's scouting was a lesson for me. When I watched an entire game and observed one player for 60 minutes, it gave me a better perspective of what the player really offers. So, but yeah, the positive was I saw Ibrahim Sangare. He was the PSV player. He is a pure CDM, big, tall, strong, shield. Okay, did he score? Shit.
Oh shit! Did we go down?
Tielemans.
We let him run at our goal, take a strike.
It's same
smart.
thing. Maguire and Fred, they're just like.
What went wrong? Like, sorry, I was talking, so I didn't see much.
No, they built from the back.
Tielemans made that run.
Yeah. No one attacked Elements. He was allowed to run. No tackles made on him.
Matic too slow. Can't do anything. I mean, like.
Yeah, he is Matic's man. Because he is the
He's lost
number
his
10.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, Matic, Tielemans is the number 10 playing behind their three forwards.
Yeah.
And he is Matic's man. Ran past him very easily. And Fred had to then cover for it, but couldn't get a block or tackle him.
I don't know about you guys, but I think
Leicester-
Henderson should save this.
Yeah, I think he should have got a hand at least. Even he had plenty of time to see where Tielemans was and what would be the angle that he would be shooting.
But Leicester deserve to be ahead. And
Yeah.
So,
But
so,
yeah,
so now let's take an opportunity to view how Leicester play the ball out from the back and see where United's press is. As we were looking at the goal, there was a screen, there was a frame where there were four Leicester players surrounding Fred. Okay, so we can play out from the back. But at one point, there were four Leicester players surrounding Fred, Matic, and our defense was nowhere near them. So at that point, if again Fred receives the ball, he was going to give it away. No player can, regardless if you are Fernandinho or you are Xavi, you will give the ball away if you are surrounded by four players every time you receive the ball. Leicester playing from the back. Our press is not as proactive.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen that statistically as well. The presses in the final third. Bruno is the only one, even in Premier League games, who makes the most presses. Whereas
Yeah.
Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, they are not. Rashford is still better, but yeah, when it comes to Martial and Greenwood, they don't time their presses.
Yeah.
They're successful. They are more unsuccessful in pressurizing the opponent in the final third. Talking about middle third.
Yeah.
And yeah, Leicester also. So yeah, that's a part of the shape, right? Neeraj is asking how many subs are allowed. I think for the FA Cup you have three subs only, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But this was horrible. Like there were two players. Matic clearly lost.
Yeah, look at Matic. It's just he does not have the legs. He's like totally given up.
I think this is what this is Soldiers' second and a half season, right? 2.5 seasons now in a way. He should be making those calls of who to give a contract and who not to give a contract, who to
Yeah, but
sell.
the problem
If
is
we
we
don't cut out this weeds in the summer, we won't be able to raise funds. Sorry, Saul, you were saying something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean, I understand if you get rid of, certain players like Matic and maybe Phil Jones or whatever, but who do you replace Matic with? I mean, it has to be Fred and McTominay because it's more about the system that he's like confined with, right? He wants to play with two, and I get it. Matlab, if you have, let's say, a Fred or only a McTominay or someone like that, they won't be able to do. I mean, we've seen what happened in the beginning of the season when we played with only Matic in a 4-3-3. We got like we got screwed by Crystal Palace, Brighton, Tottenham.
Right.
The only
Yeah.
option is to have Pogba over there, and if you have Pogba over there, then the whole creativity factor of the forward line takes a backseat.
Right.
So we have a free kick. Even free kicks, it's so one-dimensional. It's going to come to Maguire.
But his performance
Ro-
has been good.
Rodri clearly stepped it up this season. Like if you're talking about CDMs, when I see Rodri's stats, they are incredible. Plus, he has some like much better passing ability than some of the CDMs out there. So he even offers that
Yeah, yeah.
interceptions, ball winning. Oh, nice. Come on. Ooh,
Greenwood all by himself. Couldn't pass it to Pogba.
was Tellez's shot slightly? Was it even close?
I think it was far, far away.
Alex Tellez. Uh,
We need players like Mata. Like he's still in the club, but then I'm sure like he doesn't have what he used to. But we need some players like that who can pass and move, pass and move. I thought Van der Beek was similar, but I'm not sure anymore because Solskjaer never picks him. So I'm
he's a
not sure.
pass and move player, but he's not like Mata brings more creativity, to be honest. Like he can draw like oh shit, almost conceded another one, and Vardy should have scored that.
I feel we also need a throwing
Maguire.
coach.
Oh my god.
What was that? Pathetic.
Maguire is just like so easy to beat him. Oh, God. Shit.
What is happening? This is just not good enough.
We need to make some changes. It's like
Unfortunately, the change that Solskjaer is going to make is take out Greenwood because that's his favorite substitution. Although he has been our best player and our goal scorer, he is he is going to take out Van der Beek. He's going to take out Pogba because they are coming back from injury, which again makes us weaker.
I
He's
think
going to put
Pogba is
Bruno
going to be
Cavani.
there. I think it's mostly going to be like two substitutions. I saw Fernandes warming up, so that's definitely Van der Beek going back. And I think for Cavani, I'm not sure whether it's going to be Martial or Greenwood. Might keep Greenwood
I
on
think
just score.
I think we should take out Matic.
No.
We
So I'm saying what Solskjaer is going to do. His
uh,
his favorites are typically Van de Beek and Pogba because they are coming back from injury. He's going to pull them out. And from the forward line, whenever there is a substitution, he never substitutes Rashford. Very rarely substitutes Martial. So it's going to be Greenwood, and we are going to get James, Cavani, and Bruno in place of them. If we were to chase the game, if you, me, or Saul are going to make a change, we would take out Fred. We'll push Van der Beek in that central midfield position. Uh, we will bring Bruno in, and instead of replacing Greenwood, we might sacrifice on a midfielder or a fullback, maybe take a Matic out and then put Cavani in. But that's not going to happen. We know that. Even if we go 3-1 down, it's not going to happen. And we should have been 3-1 down.
Yep.
Playing from the back, waiting for the press. This is a third goal coming, Leicester.
we do that as if our players, our forwards, our midfielders are positioned properly. Yeah, it wasn't more than two passes, and we
It-
gave away possession in our own half.
Yeah, it's just inviting pressure. Just nothing has changed. This is where I'll point to our management team and not players are the ones missing the passes, but the management is the one who's not spotting and asking for a change. They had a Yeah, they are going to score next week. Unless we make a change, we are not scoring.
Yeah. And I don't know why he doesn't make the right changes at the right time. He waits till the last second, and that's when he makes his substitutions.
We'll have Bruno and Cavani in the 70th minute, and then we'll have James in the 85th minute as if he's going to score 3.
Oh, lucky! Come on, he's going to get surrounded. Foul. Marshall sometimes gives me a feeling of Salman Khan with his look.
Why is that?
With
because
his
of his attitude.
with his attitude and his like look.
Chill attitude.
Yeah. Do whatever you want to.
He reminds me a lot of Dimitar Berbatov. Like same kind of chillax kind of movements and attitude. Wouldn't run.
Burma would still create.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
he slowed us down.
But there are
But
5
everybody
subs.
was, yeah.
5
Oh,
subs.
huh. Cavani, Shaw, Bruno. Huh.
Yeah.
If he's bringing 4 players on, and if he's not taking
McTominay.
Fred and Matic out, then I would seriously question his decision making.
One of them will go out. I mean, because they're going to play with two CDs. So Matic most
But-
probably loves Fred.
The fact that we have this is the third game straight where Alex Tellis has been substituted by Shaw as an attacking substitution, which is crazy. You're bringing a left back
Yeah.
as a attacking substitute. Whereas
Okay, Matic is coming off. Is Fred coming
Yeah.
off as well? It looks like
Van de Beek. It's gonna be
No.
Van de Beek.
Fred stays.
Pogba, Van de Beek,
Fred stays on.
Matic, Fred stays. Okay. At least one poor player has been removed. Van de Beek was also poor in a way, but yeah,
But he was not. He
not
was
the
not
worst.
the cause of
Yeah.
our poor performance.
Yeah.
When Matic gets
Oh,
substituted
easy.
by McTominay, I'm not sure if the poor player is out of the pitch.
But at least Greenwood has stayed on. Martial
Yeah.
has stayed on. There is intent to score. And yeah, Alex Tellis is off, right?
Yep.
Tellis is off. Yeah. I think Pogba purely came off because he was injured for such a long time.
Yeah.
I can't.
Which is reasonable. Which is you
Yeah.
can't blame the manager for that.
Yeah.
And I'm
Nice. Come on.
and I'm glad that Greenwood has stayed on.
Yeah.
Come on. So I think I'll check out Sangare a bit more. I'm just checking out his stats, comparing him to Rodri. And defensively, Rodri has made 2.1 tackles, whereas Sangare, obviously, in a lower league, has made 3.9 tackles per game. Interceptions, Rodri has 0.9 versus he has 2.1. So definitely looks good statistically.
I don't get it.
And
With
he
all
might be
the
he might be a cheap buy.
No, but Rodri's more than tackles is I think passing accuracy, the number of long passes, number of short passes, the interceptions. That should be the key metric for a senior, not the tackling.
No, interception and tackling has to be that.
Yeah,
Because
interception yes, but passing should be your short and long passing accuracy should be a
yeah,
factor.
so for passing, they obviously they are different because obviously Sangare has played for like Toulouse, which was a relegation threatened club, right? So it's difficult to break it down and define okay how good was he overall, right? But yeah, both tackling and interceptions, he is ahead of Rodri. Ooh, was it a handball? Another thing, like crossing.
Came off Cavani.
Yep.
He still got a corner.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. I'm on delay for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, at least there is some attacking intent. We are
Yeah.
getting into the box. There are crosses being put in.
I don't understand about corners. I mean, are we supposed to give it to like Harry Maguire every single? It's so obvious. I mean, you can just crowd him out. This is so weird.
And he has connected a lot of times. He doesn't. He isn't able to direct it with the right force or direction. I think direction is still fine. Force, I've never seen in the past 2 seasons. There's no. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong. Okay, people gave him the nickname the Slabhead, and he has lost it completely.
His direction has been completely off. I mean, so yeah.
He's going to get booked for kicking the ball away, I think. Shaw did well. So this is where Shaw is better beating the press, right? getting out of tight situations.
But I don't know
Which
why
is
we
weird to
don't
think of,
use.
right? Brazilian player should be better at like getting out of press. Like they do, they play
Yeah,
soccer is their like that is where they start. So, but yeah, kudos to Shaw. He has improved.
definitely.
Yeah, I would have wanted to sell him 2 seasons ago for sure.
Yeah.
I hope we just whack it away, not try to play it.
Hmm.
Iheanacho has had a good game.
Yeah, he has been playing well. I think even in Vardy's absence, he has done well.
Is that a corner?
Should be right. Game of a Leicester.
But that's the difference between Fernandez and Van de Beek in the number 10 role. Fernandez moves into space, even if it is moving back. So even he floats in on the left, on the right, in moving in spaces. Van de Beek makes his runs, but his runs are forward, almost like a striker. So
Yeah.
he's making. So he doesn't mix up his runs. He doesn't drop back to receive the ball in spaces. And it's because he's not really a number 10. He's a number 8.
He is a Herrera.
Yeah, the number 8. Oh, that's a foul.
Albrighton has been with Leicester for such a long time.
Who?
Mm.
Marcus
Albrighton.
Albrighton
All right. Yeah.
playing on that right wing. Nothing,
I think,
nothing terrific. Very simple stuff that he
I
does.
think Albrighton moved the same time Ashley Young moved to United from Aston Villa.
Hmm.
So,
Come on, just 20 odd minutes to score a goal and
why
score
was
two
that
goals.
yellow? Yeah, we need to score a goal without conceding first before we think about two. But I'm feeling better about it now that Bruno is on the pitch and we're suddenly starting to create some chances. And there's some urgency. Bruno and Shaw bring that urgency in the attack.
Yeah.
Also, Cavani is going to run around a lot.
Yeah. And we still have one attacking substitution left. So
Ahmad.
it'll be Ahmad or James. It's not going to be Ahmad.
I haven't seen him yet, so yeah. I hope to see him more. Like, I don't think we have the easiest games to actually bring him in, but yeah, at some stage you have to.
Yeah, I mean, if we win by one goal every game, it's not going to be an easy game. Unless you get, opponent gets a red card in like the first 5 minutes and you score 9 goals in.
No, but even like just from I think Brighton is probably an easy game. They gave us one hell of a game last time, and now we are going
Yeah.
to go. That was obviously they were playing at their home, but yeah,
Brighton
but
are
that
actually in form right now. So, I
yeah.
mean,
Eh, They played Newcastle, so and they are very poor, to be honest. I think probably the game they played against us was probably one of their best games where they created a lot. And Mope has been horrible. Neil Mope. Trossard also, I think they haven't won games by a big margin besides the last one. So,
Who has, apart from City?
but they don't score goals, is what I'm saying. Not just scoring too many goals. They're currently in a relegation fight. We got, yeah. I hope we don't give like some crazy contracts. And I don't understand the logic of Solskjaer's contract again being talked about now when the season is yet to conclude. Why? Like, why does this news, why such kind of news gets leaked out at this point of time when you're nowhere. Our top four is not secure. We are not assured of a cup yet, cup win. Uh, so why give him a contract now? He's not the biggest name in the league that some team would be waiting that, oh, if Solskjaer doesn't sign a contract, some team is going to come in and say, hey, let's offer Solskjaer a contract because he's not getting one at United.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Are we going to be able to turn this around or?
We'll score a goal.
Okay.
It will have to be some Bruno magic.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we will score one without conceding. Oh, that was a high foot.
Johnny was a big loss, right? I mean, he's been playing fairly well with Leicester. It's just that we let him go.
So I think he has been a loss. Like he would have been a way better option than a Jones or Smalling at that point of time. Right, when Smalling was still with us, at least Johnny Evans was a much better option. But he's playing with three centre backs. Like they're playing like Fofana, Soyuncu, and Johnny Evans. So
Yeah.
he has much more support, right?
Right.
I don't know how. I think maybe last season or before Brandon Rodgers came, they did play four at the back. So maybe he was playing with just another centre back.
Well done,
Nice,
Greenwood.
nice work, nice work. Come on.
3-on-3. Oh!
What?
Fred needs to go. He needs to be substituted.
I think this is the time. Bring James. Oh,
Yeah, formation doesn't matter now. 10 minutes, the shape and formation is just throw everything at it. This is the cup game. You're not. I think Fred needs to go.
yeah. Dennis Pratt played with Bruno at Sampdoria. He was like one of the midfield partners. Let's see.
They are going to take their time.
Yeah.
We might concede of this for
All Brighton is good at free kicks. He has a measured pass in him.
Evans or Soyuncu or Vardy. Oh.
We are done.
Scored a goal?
Game over.
Yeah, Nacho.
Yeah. Zonal marking. No one at the far post.
Oh, man.
But defensively, we have been pathetic this game.
Yeah. We're happy until this previous game, right? I think even the Milan game, we were fairly solid, even if we were poor. I didn't see the game, but sort of maybe you saw the game.
Uh, no, no one at the far post.
Yeah, there's no way we are scoring two now. Even to take it further. Madison. Madison is another option that is no longer being talked about.
Hmm.
James
I don't want to
Madison.
buy any players from Leicester anymore. I think for the next 5 years, we've given them the money for Harry Maguire. It's just knocked out from another cup final.
Leicester's recruitment is pretty interesting. Like they have a pretty good system in place.
Yeah,
And that's what a director of football brings, right? Like they switched managers from Claude Puel to Rogers, and who else was there earlier before, even before Raneri. They they recruit well. It was disappointing. 3 goals conceded. Yeah, I don't know who is our, like I see Mike McPhelan as the only defensive coach in that team. Carrick was a CDM central midfielder. He might have some insight on how to address set pieces, but who has the playing experience? McPhelan is the only one.
But
that's the
even
problem. Everybody from the coaching staff is learning on the job. You look at our manager to our technical director. Uh, I don't get it. You need some people who are experienced, at least, to be in the club, just to, show the way. But then, as of now, it's just like everybody's learning on the job.
even
No,
Nick
McPhelan was part of Ferguson's backroom staff, so I wouldn't say he's learning on the job. Like, I don't know.
You know,
It's just
You look at McKenna, you look at Carrick, like
yeah, definitely.
ah,
I, I think I'm going to try to find an excuse why we lost this game. Did Leicester play in the midweek?
they didn't.
Yeah, see, that's the reason we lost. We were playing freaking Europa League.
Can't believe we let 3 goals in. That's just too much. And Solskjaer has been rambling on saying how defensively we are stronger than other teams, and letting 3 goals in is it's horrendous.
Come on.
This is frustrating. I can see a fourth goal coming for Leicester
Yeah,
because
they have
Iheanacho and Vardy are one-on-one with Maguire and Lindelof. It's like two players on motorcycles and the defenders on bicycles.
what's with their passing? It's been horrible.
Yeah, but
Oh my God.
Leicester has played well. Their press has been consistent. They've been pressing as a team. They've kept their formation. Um, so Leicester deserve this win. As bad as we have been. We weren't playing against a poor team, and
We
Leicester
played
should have been 3-4 goals ahead. They've had way more chances than we've been
Yeah.
ahead.
Granada. So I'm checking out Granada. I know this game is probably a lost cause. Yeah, they are eighth in the table. Uh, I know of Granada as a relegation threatened team usually. Like I hear them like, oh, are they going to survive the La Liga or not? And let's check out who's the manager. Diego Martinez. Never heard of him. Hamza Chaudhry comes in. don't recognize anyone in the defense. Yeah. Yeah. Set pieces. Soldado is the only
What's
player I know in that squad.
Oh,
what's
yeah,
the
so
fifth
that-
substitution for? When is he going to make the fifth sub? Okay, he has. Fred is finally
He,
off.
he, he made enough mistakes for the game. Then you're like, yeah, you're off.
83 minutes.
Oh, hat trick.
we should
Hat
all
trick by
clap
Diallo.
for Fred.
Yeah,
Hat trick by Diallo.
Ahmad hat trick. Bruno and McTominay is our midfield two. Greenwood number 10. Let's see. I think these are going to be the 5 best minutes of the game for us.
But this is the sad part, right? So Solskjaer throws in Diallo when he's understood that he needs an absolute miracle to pull things off and takes Fred off. So if we were like 2-1 or 1-1, he would never take Fred off.
He
That's
wouldn't.
that's the alarming part.
Diallo gave the ball away for that attack.
Yep.
So, at least there is some incentive for us to continue watching this game. This is Diallo watch for the last 5 minutes.
Come on, make those runs.
Leicester have been good.
Yeah.
If I were to,
Hopefully, they don't take too much confidence from this game.
Well, they need it. They're facing City in Premier League next, so they need all the confidence.
Hopefully they'll lose.
Yeah,
I think
they'll be-
the reverse fixture was different, right?
yeah,
They hammered City or something.
they hammered City. Yeah, in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. I haven't seen any delivery to Cavani at all.
Yeah, I don't even think he's touched the
Besides-
ball yet.
no, he got one cross from Wan-Bissaka that he chested out, and we
Oh
still
yeah,
got it.
Yeah.
That was it was in the 6-yard box. It
right.
was a decent chance. Yeah, Diallo with another touch.
You have to make that run. Yeah, good. With Wan-Bissaka, I know whichever space he goes, he's definitely not going to create much.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take that touch and go into the crowd so that you can give the ball away. Stupid Maguire. He had that player on the left side open. Shaw was open. So why do you take that touch and go towards that side? They do a heavy touch.
We need a Bruno missile.
Do you think we should have played Dan James in this game?
It wouldn't have mattered, to be honest.
He's been playing for the last 5 games, and going forward, he's crap. I don't think he can do much, but defensively, he's been running back and tracking back a lot.
Ooh.
But the issue has not been in this game where our forwards have not tracked the fullbacks or wingbacks. The issue has been our midfield and defense have been porous.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the fourth.
I didn't get your question actually, Saul. What were you saying?
I was saying like whether we should have played Dan James in this game because he's been playing for the last 4 games, and yeah.
I think we had to rotate someone, right? Like and the starting lineup was fairly good, to be honest.
But it was like so many new players who've not had a lot of matches under their belt. I mean, that's the first thing I told you, right? Like left back, number 10, Matic. These guys have not been consistently. So having 3-4 players who've been not playing, even Pogba, for that reason. Starting off like that is, I think, for a team against Leicester, who've been in really good form and they are attacking minded, I think it's a little risky.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would say that wouldn't say Solskjaer and the rest of his team realize that after Europa, these are the players who would likely start the Leicester game, right? And these players, I think, did Matic play the Europa game? Who
No,
played
no,
the
no.
Europa game?
It was
Fred
Fred and
played. Fred
Fred.
McTominay. Yeah. I don't know. Uh, We are not talking about like 20-year-olds, right? These are not inexperienced players.
Yeah, but then I think there's an international break after this week, right? So from that point of view, a lot of players will not be playing. I
Right.
know for people like Pogba, he will definitely play for France, so he needs to be fit. But for
Bruno
other people
Bruno
like
will
Matic,
play. Mac, I, Bruno
didn't
will
Bruno
play. I
have an
don't know.
issue with playing with Portugal because of isolation issues, and he was not allowed to play, something like that?
I didn't read. I remember seeing some article, but not sure if that was the case.
Okay.
Yeah, I find it crazy. Like I know the Euros are coming, but these are friendlies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, bring a player out of the bubble and then take them somewhere else.
Yeah.
In when COVID cases are rising, I don't know what's going to happen. I think last season we were really lucky. Like the flurry that we saw at the end of the season post
Oh yeah,
COVID,
definitely.
that
Leicester.
we were lucky to be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hopefully this international break doesn't screw up things for us.
Yeah, I just hope Luke Shaw doesn't get injured now that he's a part of the England team.
No, but we'll get some exciting news from Raiola in this international break.
Yeah. He'll
Yeah.
have to make it happen.
Raiola, Deschamps, Pogba.
How some player is not so happy.
Yeah. And how
Was it Van de Beek's agent who said, or some Dutch manager said that how happy Van de Beek is sitting on the bench? I don't know, was it sarcasm or something else?
No, no,
Yeah,
he didn't.
definitely.
I think I don't think it was a sarcastic comment. I don't think he said he's happy to sit on the bench. I think he said all these rumors. He has just moved to a new country, and uh, you wouldn't say the same about Werner or he gave one more example. I think a City player, Rodri, who did not play much last season,
Right.
or Cancelo, and they weren't classified as flops because everyone who's coming to the Premier League needs a season. But suddenly Van der Beek, if he's not getting games or if he's taking time to adapt, he is considered as a flop. So he was defending Van der Beek. He was not saying that he's happy being on the bench. He was saying that he's happy to be a Manchester United player, not.
Which is a positive sign, at least.
Yeah.
The people on Van de Beek's side, his agent and whoever, like Van de Beek himself, is not making unnecessary noise. It is natural. I really hope he is able to fit into the team next season. I don't know where exactly though. Just seeing how we have set up this time or this season.
So if we had to pick a dream CDM who can pass the ball, who might not necessarily be the destroyer, but more of a receiver of the ball and who can play it out from the back. So who would have been more comfortable than Fred in today's situation is like a Frankie De Jong. So if we had Frankie De Jong, Van de Beek, and Bruno midfield, or Frankie De Jong, Grealish, and Bruno, that would work great because then we'll have three people who can pass the ball around. Will be comfortable playing the ball out from the press.
I checked, like in case of CDMs, if you're saying not if it is in a CDM, I would want tackles, interceptions, and at least those short passes being made. Um, yeah, I don't see a whole lot of CDMs who can play that creative pass as well. There is simply, like, you'll probably need a lot of data, detailed data, to really search other leagues and you wouldn't know if that player would really do as well in the Premier League. So I would say as a CDM, if you're looking at it, tackles, interceptions, and short passing accuracy should be what we are looking for. You are not like even Frankie De Jong. I don't know how will he do at say City. Maybe at City he'll do well because they have so much
He'll do
possession.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, but not at United. He will get pressurized. He will be put in a situation where he is constantly surrounded by three or four opponents, and that weakness has been seen. Not weakness, but we have seen that when he's left around, uh, at when he's playing for Barca, yeah, he has struggled under pressure. But yeah, I don't think you'll find a CDM who has a passing range as well. At least not within United's reach.
Yeah.
Like full-time whistle
Yeah.
put us out of our misery.
Thoughts overall, like
Absolute
going
shit.
ahead. Yeah. Going ahead, what do you think? What will this do to our confidence?
Not sure about confidence because the fact that Solskjaer lost another cup final, people are going to go like ole out again. My Arsenal fans are going to start calling, so I'm going to switch off my phone because they drew from 3-0 to 3-3 and we got beaten. So that's what's
Yeah.
going to happen from here onwards.
I don't know what Arsenal fans are so happy about. Yeah, they are not far from fifth, but they are still 42 points in ninth position.
When you are an Arsenal fan, the only way you can be happy is when other clubs don't win, and it's nothing to do with your club. But your club can't do shit. I mean, you're like in number 10th. You're a mid-table club right now. So that's just
I
how it
really
is.
hope that is not a case with us in a year or two.
No, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
But anyways,
Anyway,
hey, thanks for joining, Saul. If you want, yeah.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
yeah. Overall, a disappointing result. This is the first loss when we have been doing a watch along. So sorry we couldn't deliver 3 points today or the victory today. But yeah.
Yeah. No, but it was good to see. Overall,
Yeah,
yeah,
if I keep the 90 minutes today aside, think that this game did not happen. The overall positive is we have people coming back from injuries. So going into a critical phase, at least we will have options to rotate. We'll still have some quality, which we did not in the last 6 games. So um, so think of some of the when we were on the top of the table in January. Think of some of the key moments which got us the 3 points. So the two Pogba goals from the edge of the box or outside the box when we were level or when we were a goal down. Those were so that additional spark outside of Bruno, or the creativity or goals outside of just relying on Bruno. We have that back now, which gives me some confidence. So if we consistently have at least two of Bruno, Van de Beek, and Pogba playing in our midfield for the rest of the season, I'm slightly more positive about it. Um, so yeah, this game obviously we had we made too many changes in terms of formation, in terms of players. It was always going to be difficult, and I think tactically we got completely outsmarted. Um, their press versus our desire to continually play the ball out from the back was a downfall. But hoping we turn things around.
Yep. It's still there in Europa League, although even if we win it, it doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, from a prize money point of view, maybe get some extra pounds to spend or whatever. But then, yeah, we're going to finish top four anyways. And I think that's been the objective of the season. Like, based on the start we had, which is going to give Solskjaer another maybe 3 years. So let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully the
a very crucial.
Yeah. Hopefully, the international break is good for the players. Like, get it off your minds and come back refreshed. Don't get injured because we're just happy about players coming back from injuries. So let's see. And yeah, thanks to everyone. I know at this moment we don't have anyone watching us, but whoever joined us and asked their questions, for liking the stream, thanks for doing that. We appreciate your support. We're signing off. Thank you, guys.
See you.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care.